Hey, Coyote Nation, happy Monday to you. You can see we've got KC from KC and the Roundman show with us, as we usually do on Mondays. And we're here on the Coyote Deck, and we're trying to get this in before the big rains come, right?
Yeah, I don't think, honestly, I think it's just going to spit throughout the morning, and then I think it's going to be just fine. But as you say a lot, Chris, you know, we're at the lake, so, you know, if it rains, it rains. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's still awesome.
It's still beautiful.
Still awesome.
We still get to live in the Lake of the Ozarks.
That's right. That's right.
So what is going on with KC and the Roundman show these days?
Well, we're in that mode right now where you get to the point where the summer starts to wear on people.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is everybody was super excited and they were waiting for hot weather, and then hot weather came just like that, right?
Yep.
And it's been that way for about 10 days, and people now are tired of it. Which is really funny, right? So days like today are actually really good for audience, and I was thinking about this on the way here because it gives people a chance to just go, whoa.
Yep.
And kind of take a breather on all of their summer activities. So in the middle of that, though, we've got concert tickets that we're going to be giving away this week. We've got there's a new Secret Sound coming this week. There is I'm working with we have some new staff that are starting, not necessarily for our show, and I don't want to announce it quite yet, but there's some new things coming. Shh. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, it's incredible. When he lets you know, you'll be blown away.
It's going to be really, really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
Indeed. I was listening to you and Rounder the other day, Friday, and it was, I think, National French Fries Day.
It was Saturday, actually, but because we're not on the air, we had to, we spent some time on it.
I was just laughing and laughing and laughing. You guys do such a good job of just having a great time.
Well, thanks. Yeah. And I tell you, since we're throwing compliments, folks, if you're not catching Chris's sports reports during the day at around the 35 of the hour, you're missing out. But there is a couple things that I want to talk to you about today about missing out. First of all, I know we do a really good job of covering like baseball, basketball, hockey, football, of course, like the main sports.
The big four.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about some of these outlying sports. And by outlying sports, I mean, forget about golf, forget about tennis. I guess Wimbledon was a thing.
This is a big golf week, man. We got the British Open coming up.
Yeah, forget that. What I want to talk about are these sports that I am having trouble with actually calling them sports, and I don't want to insult anybody, but let's talk about fishing.
Hey.
What?
That's...
Okay, now wait. I know, right? Okay.
Are you really going to get on fishermen?
What I'm saying is that professional fishing.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I had an opportunity. I have a couple of friends that are really good fishermen,
right.
and are on the FLW circuit and the Bass Masters and Crappie Masters and all of the masters that you can think of, and there's a dirty joke there. But my question on this is that when you talk about the sport of fishing, I mean, aren't you just throwing the line out there and like fishing?
It's like the sport of drinking, it's just going the other way. Fishing, you're going that way. Drinking, you're going
this way, right?
Yeah.
But these guys get paid really, really, really well. But they only get paid well if they catch fish.
Right.
And I like the concept of it. I like the economics behind it. And the reason I like that is because if you're a 16, 17, or 18-year-old kid that's watching this right now, know that if you can fish, you might get a gig.
You could be a pro athlete.
You could, right? Like, it's one of the coolest things when you think about it, and a lot of people don't think about it because they don't know if they consider it a sport or not. The other thing that I was thinking about this morning, I'm going to set this coffee down because I'm on a roll. All right, Chris, get this.
Yes, sir.
Sports, esports.
Esports.
Video games.
Right.
What do you know about esports?
There's like a channel on TV that I flip through every once in a while. They're doing something. That's about it.
I don't really know much about it either. I know this. I know after the past couple of years, and by couple of years I mean probably the past decade, esports has gone from video game playing on a small, a group level, to filling up stadiums that are full of 50, 60,000 people watching other people play video games.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird. But they're making millions of dollars professionally playing video games. and that's an e-sport, which is another thing that if you're a young adult or young kid listening right now, and your mom or dad are like, hey, you might want to put that controller down and go play baseball, but you suck at baseball, but you're really good at like Apex Legends or I don't know. I did some research this morning. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. But I can tell you this: one guy's getting paid $1 million.
That's incredible.
$1 million a year.
So you too could be a pro athlete just by playing your Nintendo on the couch.
I don't think Nintendo is a part of that. I think it's a computer thing. Chris.
Donkey Kong. Hey.
I suck at Donkey
Is that still
Kong.
around?
It is.
Pac-Man.
Oh man. Okay, so the Pac-Man thing. You can count the lines on that and time it out. Just saying.
And he I mean, that's the second time you've said that, so he's probably done it.
I have done it.
Amazing.
I have done it. But when we talk about sports, and Chris does such a good job about talking about baseball and giving facts and figures, and football's right around the corner. Training camp for the Chiefs starts, 10 days?
Next week.
Oh, next week.
Next week.
And then, preseason games start for the NFL, and that's always, in America, that's a big deal.
Right.
Especially right here in the listening area because, there's a ton of Chiefs fans.
Big Chiefs fans.
The other part of that, too, is with Fort Leonard Wood, we have people from all over the globe. So there's all sorts of fan base, and what I love about our sports reports, and when we get a chance to talk with Chris outside of the sports report on the air,
I always bog down their show.
oh no, it's awesome.
Whenever they have me on, I'm like bogging them down.
Oh, no, it's super fun. But we get to talk about all the different teams that are at least relative to the standings, and that's what I love about our sports department. Now, here's what I don't like: we're not covering fishing, we're not covering esports.
We better put more time in on that stuff.
We shouldn't.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
we shouldn't.
We need to hire somebody just to cover that stuff.
We'll have like a 13-year-old. His name will be Joe.
Right.
And he's probably not really a Joe, but we'll call him Joe, and he'll be our e-sport expert.
That'll be his air name, Joe.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the summer fun continues on Casey and the Roundman Show.
Yes, sir.
Because I know you guys do remotes from several different places on the lake.
We do. So on Tuesdays, we're at Larry's. Every Tuesday, Larry's on the lake. And then every Thursday, we're at Shady Gators.
Right.
And then during the week, sometimes there's a pop-up gig that happens in there. We don't do much on the weekends. And the reason is we're lazy. But
we're honest.
We are.
Yeah.
We like our time, whether we're on the lake here or whether we're doing. I like the rivers throughout the listening area, or just at some point you get it where you're like, yeah, we could work, or we could do nothing. And
Let's
we
go.
like the do nothing
Yes,
part.
we do. That's what I'm best at.
Yeah, you do a fine job.
Thank you.
I feel
Thank
like
you.
we all do. If we hire in our image, folks.
I'm a professional at doing nothing.
That's not true at all.
Just ask my wife.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we might bring her out. Hey, where are you at?
Hey, come on up.
No, never mind.
Yeah, too many stories there. So you got to listen to Casey and the Roundman Show every afternoon, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Jamie Turner is back, right?
He is. He's back from vacation. Saw him this morning, burnt to a crisp. Looked like a lobster.
I think he went to Galveston.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just missed the hurricane, apparently.
Yeah, well, it turned into a tropical depression, so I'm not really sure.
That's what we're getting a little bit of right now.
It is actually. Interesting enough. Barry, tropical depression Barry, is peeing on us right now. It's a little uncomfortable.
I think it's Barry Manilow. Or Barry White.
I choose Barry White if I have to choose one.
Okay. And you got to listen to our Renegade Radio Sports Updates right around 35 past the hour, 6:35 in the morning to 6:35 in the evening. And, hey, those Cardinals are still in the race, man.
Are they?
Still in the race. Only 3 games out going into today. And next week, the Chiefs do go to training camp, which means basically the NFL season is here again.
That's good, because I feel like that my intake of Busch Light hasn't nearly been enough.
Yeah, that's just been kind of maintaining, and your level.
We're building back up to the NFL season.
Although I bet during the Blues run that was
okay.
Up there
Yeah, it
pretty
was.
good.
Yeah, honestly. So I needed that once again with the rain. It kind of gives me a chance to just chill out.
There you go.
And then get back into it.
Absolutely. So he's KC from KC and the Roundman Show, best show in the Ozarks, 3 to 6 in the afternoon. Be sure to check them out. Listen to us, 107.9 The Coyote. Our Facebook, you're probably watching this on Facebook right now. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, like and share and do all that stuff. And our website is 1079thecoyote.com. So all those platforms, we try to serve you and entertain you and all that stuff. But the best way to do it, go to 107.9 The Coyote, listen to KC and the Roundman, 3 to 6 in the afternoon. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, dude.